Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the FOODCASTER show. I'm Michael Seven. Michael, welcome to FOODCASTER. And we've got our special lady, Sam Eats Plants.
Hi, y'all.
You still eating plants?
All the time. Every day. Every day.
So we're going to talk about a few things, okay? Let's start with this.
Is that a bottle of water?
It's a bottle of water, but it's very interesting because they infuse oxygen within the water.
Okay.
And again, I don't want to overly say, I'm going to show the products, but I don't want to necessarily promote it.
Yep.
But the concept, what do you think?
So, with actual data, I don't know if infusing water with oxygen ends up being beneficial. However, the idea, in theory, it would be. They're using ozone, which is O3, so oxygen 3. They're using ozone in Germany and probably a couple other countries for cancer treatment. It's highly effective. But not only that, even in New York City, there's one place that will do ozone therapy for cancer patients, or for anyone really. In America, you're not allowed to heal cancer in any way outside of surgery, radiation, chemo. So
it's illegal to do that?
Illegal. It became illegal in the 50s because of the Gerson therapy. And so the Gersons had to run their operation to Mexico once they made it illegal. But there still is an ozone therapy place in New York City for healing, and some cancer patients will go there because it's very effective. Okay. So yeah, there is benefit to adding oxygen into your body. If it's in the form of water, does it actually help? Maybe, I don't know. So this is a possible.
It's a possible.
That's a possible.
What about other things? Because I said it's good for just your whole body. You need oxygen and you need water. And
that's what it is.
Okay.
Like the reason why it could even help anyone with cancer is because it helps everything in your body. It helps with getting rid of free radicals, which damage our body, almost like what we talked about on the other show with antioxidants. It's the same thing. It helps reverse damage from things like that.
Okay.
Oxidative stress. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Bang!
Avocado.
What's up with that?
It's amazing.
What do you think?
Avocados are phenomenal for a few reasons. One, they're a real food.
Okay.
You almost can't go wrong with that. Two, let's say.
Okay, let's say it.
Let's say you like bacon and eggs and you eat all this stuff that has cholesterol and saturated fat. So an avocado,
that sounds good, actually.
But an avocado has about like 75% of its calories is from fat, so it's a very fatty fruit. Okay, it's a fatty fruit. But if you eat fatty animal products, even yogurt, with avocado, all of the oxidative stress that oxygen water might help you with, all the oxidative stress you will get from eating bacon and eating eggs and having yogurt gets blunted. A lot, like a ton of it gets blunted if you have avocado with it. Yeah, which is crazy because even if you ate with eggs and bacon, they can, within minutes, you can see how your arteries are affected by eating all that saturated fat and cholesterol and how much less oxygen flow there is. Just like within minutes, you can test it. Eating avocado helps to blunt that.
Wow.
Now you shouldn't be going around eating a whole bunch of fat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's not an excuse of just because this blunts it, now you should be doing all that.
Yeah.
But if you are going to eat it.
If you are going to eat it, you may as well have like a quarter of an avocado with it. It will help with the damage. Yeah.
Now, one thing, I'm like number one guac maker in the world.
Are you? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It's serious.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So, but when I realized that this was actually good for you, I was like, wow, double win.
Oh, yeah.
It's good for your skin,
and
your
guacamole.
hair.
Yeah, it's good for your hair. Like on the outside, you can take like avocados that have, you don't want to eat them anymore because they're a little brown. You mash that up, get some aloe. It's phenomenal in the hair.
So, crushed avocado and aloe.
Yeah. I'm sure other people have other like recipes with it, but yeah, you can do that.
Wow.
It's phenomenal.
What else is it good for?
Just anything. And it almost like any whole food. Tons of vitamins are in it. Some minerals. A lot of fiber, which we're so low in. So you're just adding it. If you, let's say your breakfast was just eggs and bacon, right? How much fiber is in that?
Really?
There's no fiber in animal products. Animal products are fiberless and cholesterol full. So this, it's fatty, just like eggs and bacon, but has vitamins, which eggs and bacon don't have. Have minerals, which eggs and bacon have traces of. And then on top of that, like, helps heal.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Does this have any protein?
Protein. I'm going to say the word amino acids just to be correct. Okay? Because a protein is a chain of like 20 something amino acids linked together. And when you eat a full chain of protein, it goes in your body, then your enzymes break it down into amino acids. Because you're
ninja.
Yes, rah, 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 rah. And then we use the amino acids to conduct the things that we need to conduct in metabolic function. So we use the amino acids.
Wait, you know what's amazing?
Tell me.
We didn't put you to the mic, but yet we hear you perfect. Could you clip that on you?
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Okay. Awesome. Clip that on there.
You really could hear me?
No, I could.
I'm such a loud mouth.
But that's good. It works. It definitely works. Well, that's, wow.
My father would laugh at that. Because he's always said that about me.
And it works, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to continue my avocado.
Wait, I have to tell you about the protein.
Oh, yes.
So we take a long protein, our body breaks it down to all these little amino acids, and then we can use amino acids, right? Right?
Yep.
So we're using amino acids, right? We're not using the protein chain. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We're not using the protein chain. We're using amino acids. Therefore, what do we actually need to consume? Amino acids. Does avocado have protein in it? Avocado has amino acids. Guess what? Amino acids are in every single plant food that we eat except for mushrooms. And mushrooms are a fungus, and that's why.
Oh, wow.
Every single plant food. Does avocado have amino acids? Absolutely.
Wow.
There's protein in everything. Lettuce, protein. Celery, protein. Apples, protein. Banana, protein.
All right. Well, since you mentioned about fiber, I want to skip to this right here.
Hey.
7 grain.
Hey. Not all 7 grain is equal.
Okay.
But let's talk about this 7 grain. So I'm going to read the ingredients.
Okay.
Wheat flour. Whole wheat flour. Do you know the difference?
No.
Okay. So USDA regulations says that if you use the word whole wheat flour, it needs to be at least 25% whole wheat. So just because something says whole wheat, it still could mean it's 75% bleached white flour.
Wow.
By regulation. If the bread says 100% whole wheat flour, then it's 100%. So if it says 100%, you good money.
Okay.
If it just says whole wheat.
Now, what does that one say?
Whole wheat.
What? I want my money back.
All right, so it says wheat flour first, whole wheat flour second, water, honey, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, boiled oats, salt, and yeast. Sounds like a good bread.
It sounds like a good bread.
It's a good bread.
Okay.
It's good bread. But it's not a good bread because it's 7 grain. It's good bread because of the ingredients in this 7 grain bread. Everyone must read their ingredients. Everything I read was an actual food item. So that's perfect. It's wonderful. And on top of that, I see that it's from New York. So it's local. So it also means it's probably more fresh, meaning there's not too many preservatives in it. Maybe no preservatives in it. Good money.
Sam eats plants. Okay. My babies.
Why are these your babies?
Cause I love them, and they're island food. I was doing research. It's very important to eat fruits from the tropics. It's actually healthier.
Yes, it is.
So that's why. I know some things.
Because we're tropical creatures.
There you go.
I'll always keep saying that. So all fruit is phenomenal.
Okay.
Let me just say that right now. So now let's sparse up like where fruit are from and why this is phenomenal or that, or this is more, this is less.
Okay.
So almost all the kiwis we get are from New Zealand. Okay, that's where they're from.
Okay.
And we can get them year round from New Zealand. The issue is the economics of environmentalism. Because we are shipping them from a super, super far place to eat. So that's a personal decision. Nothing has to do with health. This has everything to do with the environment and the economics of like food and food distribution. So outside of that, yeah, this is amazing. Vitamin C. You know you can eat the skin. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of people don't eat the skin.
Right.
Skin is where all the nutrients are. You might have heard this before. I don't know if...
I have. I didn't know how true that was.
Okay. So I want to talk about that for a second.
Okay.
With skin and nutrients. This includes animals. Skin is where the nutrients are. Skin is where the fat is. Okay? The problem is when something's toxic, the toxicity goes to the fat. So in us, in pigs, in cows, when they are fatty, understand that all the toxic water, toxic food, toxic air they've been consuming is in those fat areas.
And that's where the taste is.
That's where the taste is, because of the fat.
What?
Because of the fat.
Wow.
But even with us, let's take a woman who has been losing weight.
Okay.
And she's like pregnant or breastfeeding.
Okay.
What happens is, let's say breastfeeding. So breasts are almost 100% fat, right? So if you're breastfeeding, especially for your first child, the first child gets a lot of toxins. Just because that's where the toxins will go. It goes into fat cells. And so in this modern life that we live, no matter how well you can live it, we are toxic bodies, and it will be stored in our fat cells. And then when we're breastfeeding, the first child gets it the worst, and every child we have after that is less and less and less. It's less and less and less because it's getting taken out. But yeah.
Wow.
It's just something to think about. It's something to think about. People didn't understand that. Fat is where the toxins lie. So when you talk about salmon, and salmon's a cold water fish, and if you're a cold water fish, you have more fat because you have to. And especially farm-raised salmon, which doesn't do anything. They just kind of sit around in the water and they don't exercise at all because they're super fatty. And then our waters are incredibly toxic. Our oceans are incredibly polluted. That salmon, when people talk about mercury poison, it's more than mercury. There's PCBs, there's plastics, there's so much stuff, and it's all in the fat and the skin.
So if you are going to eat salmon, is it better, which one would be better?
Farmed or wild?
Farmed or wild?
That's, you're asking between those two? Wild.
Wild, okay.
Neither are good.
Neither are good.
Wild is better because they're actually eating food that they were designed to eat. Farm-raised salmon is eating genetically modified corn, soy, and other grains. Fish are not supposed to eat grains.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's making them sick. So they have to douse the whole like farm net with antibiotics in the water.
Wow.
And on top of that, the salmon that's in those farm-raised like nets. So the nets are in real water, like off the coast of Nova Scotia, British Columbia, whatever.
Wow.
They're in real water, but they can't go past the netting, right?
Wow.
So they can't eat what they're supposed to eat, which is krill. Wild salmon, as they swim upstream, is eating krill. Krill is red. The color of salmon is pink because of what they eat. The color of salmon in the farm-raised nets is white, and they dye it for the supermarkets.
Oh, man.
Yes, this is all true.
Wow.
So
And actually, that's interesting because there's this one spot in Nassau County, Long Island, New York. Anytime I have to pass through, the best. I got to give you guys a name just for those that do still eat that, because it's so amazing. Like I never appreciated bagels and lox until I had it there, because the guy gets it from his friend that's a fisherman, and he gets it fresh.
Okay.
So.
Alaska has some good salmon too.
I won't eat
any other
unless it's from that guy. I won't.
So this sounds like a good deal.
Yeah, and it has that rich coloring. And now, there you go.
Yep, and you can see the difference if you buy wild salmon fillet and buy farm-raised salmon fillet. The colors are different. The colors look different. The farm-raised is more pale pink, and the wild is kind of like an orange, deep pink, like almost coral.
Almost a coral, yeah.
Yeah.
It's electric.
Yeah,
when they cut
it's real.
Wow.
Because it's real, and it's less fat. The wild salmon has less fat, therefore less stored toxins.
But if you're thinking about your health, it's better
to eat neither. Because our waters are incredibly polluted. There's no place to turn.
Wow. So, if specifically when it comes to fish, if there wasn't so much pollution, then fish would be actually good.
I think so. It seems that way to me. The vegan community will, attack me now.
Well, it depends. It depends the mentality of what part of that community. And I get it. If it has eyes, I'm not gonna eat it. So some people, believe, or if it takes care of its babies.
Yes.
Different people have different.
Yeah.
This is not a food shaming show. It's just information, okay? Okay.
Yeah. But yes, overall, if I'm being very honest, I believe that fish in clean waters are probably health promoting at times. But I know we're talking about these kiwis. Have you heard of these blue zone areas of the world? They call it blue zone because it has the longest living people with the least amount of chronic disease.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So there's a few areas in the world that get this title blue zone. And I'm sure you've heard that the longest living people on the planet right now are Okinawans in Japan, this area of Japan called Okinawa. And so they dissected what they were eating, because these are not vegan or vegetarians, but they dissected what they were eating. And when they came to all the markers, they're not vegan, they're not vegetarian, but 96% of what they eat is plant matter. Only 4% of their diet is animal product. So they eat a small amount of animal products, tons of plant food, and then real plant food on top of it.
One of the Netflix documentaries did a whole thing that, yes, if you keep anything more than 5% consumption of animal is creating cancer cells, basically, and feeding anything over 5%, guaranteed. You're actually making them grow faster.
You know what? Let me tell you what our own CDC said. That's the Center of Disease Control.
Right.
Okay, which is government run.
Okay.
Even on their own site, they said eating anything more than 18 ounces of animal flesh. They said meat, I say flesh.
Right.
18 ounces of animal flesh is cancer causing. I used to work at a steakhouse.
Wow.
There people will have an 18-ounce steak in a meal.
Wow.
Even the Center for Disease Control said over 18 ounces a week is cancer promoting. And let me tell you, less than that is cancer promoting.
Wow.
But still, if we go by what they said,
right,
who falls in that line? Who falls in that bucket?
Everybody that eats at or the drive-through of Actually, if you get a bucket for such and such 99 in one meal, you already
right. You got it in one meal. So there's so many people that do it in one meal.
Wow, far more the whole year.
And this is a week. They're a week.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely. I didn't see that Netflix documentary, but I agree with those statistics.
There's a list of them. Foodication, What the Health.
Yeah, there's tons.
They're
Vegucated.
yes, and it's
Hungry for a Change.
it's interesting.
Food Inc. Oh, we're naming titles.
I gotta eat the skin.
Eat the Skin. It's where the nutrients are.
Okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. Now, here's where we differ on some things.
All right, processed food. Let's go.
So I was trying to have this whole gluten-free situation. Because I like my pancakes and my waffles.
Yes.
And I saw gluten-free and I got excited.
Yes.
What do you think about this product?
So, I've had this product.
Okay.
They have different types.
Okay.
So
maybe I
this-
just got the wrong one. Because it didn't taste good to me.
I have to say two things about that not tasting good to you, but I'll get to that. So I'm going to read the ingredients.
Okay.
Cassava starch, for those who are not English Caribbean, yuca. Organic coconut flour, Boss. Almond flour, wonderful. Eggs for binding.
Right.
Leavening, which makes sense. Okay. Salt, monk fruit, and spice. Monk fruit, for those who don't know, is the new shishi foodie sweetener that's not sugar. You know?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So people who don't want to eat sugar. So they
I
have
say
like
monk fruit is the truth. Like, it's the best source.
I mean, whatever.
Is everything the best source? Random?
No, fruits are the best source. That's the sugar you want. But anyway, whatever, cool. It's not table sugar.
Right.
All right. So reading the ingredients, this is cool. It has eggs in it, so I would get the version without eggs. That's me personally, but this seems cool enough. Now you said you didn't like it, right?
It didn't taste good to me.
So
I wanna enjoy food, okay? I wanna be healthy, but I wanna enjoy it. What's the point if I don't enjoy it?
The point is to live. Maybe we forgot that. But I mean, fine, cool, because we want to enjoy ourselves. So I've had these pancakes, this brand, but a different line.
Okay.
And I really liked it. My kids liked it too. So I'm thinking possible.
Okay.
That you don't have the taste buds for this type of stuff yet. I've been changing my diet for the last 14 years. And I ate this for the first time earlier this year.
Okay.
And maybe for me, because I haven't had like Aunt Jemima pancakes. Sorry, but I haven't had those other pancakes,
Right.
like box pancakes from regular supermarkets in a very long time. So it's possible that over the years of me trying different things like buckwheat pancakes and and banana pancakes, whatever, that for me, this is like, oh my God, this is amazing. But possibly your taste buds aren't there yet, and you still have like those excitotoxin releases from some processed foods that you're used to, and this doesn't do the same thing. It's possible. I don't know.
I don't appreciate you talking about my addiction to fructose corn syrup.
Or maybe I'm just being judgy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being judgy. Maybe you just really don't like it, but I liked them. I liked it. Did you put blueberries in it? Or anything?
No, maybe I need to
put things in that you like.
Okay.
And then top it off with things that you like.
Now, do you add water? Or do you do almond milk?
What does it say to do? It says add water. So this is what I do. Whenever any type of pancake thing says add water, I always add a little bit of a plant milk for taste. And then I add vanilla and nutmeg and cardamom. Maybe you should do that too.
Okay.
I don't know, just for taste.
You added some extra things. So
I
maybe
did.
that's what happened.
It could, and I also had blueberries in it. Because I don't play that.
Yeah.
Because also I don't fry things too much too, and pancakes take a lot of oil. And my kids, these little bougie kids, my kids are so used to eating in this like crazy healthy way that even they're like, oh yay, pancakes, and then they can't eat more than two because it's too oily. What did I do to them? Oh my gosh. It's like a nightmare for my aunts.
Can you imagine in the future? It's 2 sons, right?
2 sons.
Can you imagine when they get married? Like, they can't just marry any woman.
Unless they do it, they probably wouldn't. They probably wouldn't.
Like, what you eat, girl?
You'd have to like, yeah.
It's like, yeah. Poor things.
Yeah. I don't know. The future might be a little different, though. People are getting more and more into health, so.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we just talked about different restaurants and expansion, and you see it starting to move out. We just have a spot near us in internet land, because we don't exist anywhere, but where they just opened up a vegan spot, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years from now, I think it'll be a total different situation.
I mean, in the last 3 or 4 years,
The growth.
the blow up of vegan restaurants in New York City is incredible.
Right.
I can't even keep up anymore. People are telling me about new spots I never heard of, and I'm like, I have my finger on the pulse, and I'm like, I've never heard of this.
Right.
I never heard of that. It's crazy.
Right.
Let's see what happens in the middle of America, though. I took a road trip to Florida, and I couldn't eat. I had French fries like the whole time.
Oh, man.
Like, I can't eat anything.
Yeah, and then that's the problem, too.
Yeah.
It's like you find yourself like, well, what am I going to eat?
I went to the fast food taco place, you know, and I got a vegan taco. I had like beans in it with like pico de gallo, shredded lettuce, and the corn tortilla shell, because I have a little sensitivity to wheat. And I was like, okay, cool. I can make this work on my road trip going to Detroit. I can do this. I had not eaten. I don't eat at fast foods like that, though, anymore. And I'm eating it, and it feels gross to me. So even though it was like all plant food and things like that, it was hard for me to even eat it. It tasted like I was eating preservatives. But I think it's just because of what I'm used to now.
Yeah. I think
I don't know.
Yeah. But my taste buds are changing.
Little by little.
They are changing little by little, so I could see that. I'm just looking to see if we have any comments. We got some really interesting comments, which I would like to do a part 2 based on those comments.
Sounds good.
So let's do this. Let's jump into your social media, all that stuff, and then we will come back and address some of the things that have been said. How about that?
That sounds great. So you can find me at Sam Eats Plants. I keep changing around the dots. I have dots in my name on Instagram, and I'm like, you know, people had a hard time finding me before because there's another one that's similar. So I'm like, where did I put this dot? But basically, at Sam Eats Plants, and you can see a face that looks like mine. So that's me.
That's
yeah, that's me. I'm on Twitter, but my Twitter's more political, but I'm still at Sam Eats Plants on Twitter as well. But I'm really on Instagram. That's where I'm really focused. And then also, if you're in the New York area, you can catch me at a local vegan restaurant managing the floor.
What?
You can find me there. Yes.
What?
The best vegan restaurant in New York City because I said so.
Yeah, and she eats plants, so.
And I eat plants. A lot of.
I'm working on it. I'm eating.
Listen. As long as you increase your plant food.
This is a journey for me. That's why I'm like, don't say nothing to me, okay? I'm on it. I'm working on it.
It was a journey for me too. I didn't do anything overnight. I was addicted to soda. It took me 2 years to just break my addiction.
Wow.
So
soda.
Yeah. And now I'm like, what? I keep forgetting that adults drink soda. Every time I see an adult drinking soda, I'm like, yo, they still do that? I'm like, yo, that was me.
Wow.
I did that. Like, it was my favorite thing to drink. I get that.
All right, we'll be right back. You're watching FOODCASTER. I'm Michael Seven Michael. We have Sam Eats Plants, and this is the end of this episode. You can see the next one where we're going to respond to some of the comments. And if anything that you've seen today, respond to it on YouTube, Facebook. We're also on cable. All the information's on GEEKCASTER.com or SEVnetwork.com. SEVnetwork.com. Thank you very much. I'm Michael Seven Michael. Enjoy the journey.